Welcome back to the Hot 7 Nightly News. Dr. James Fletcher was in the past vehemently opposed to entering the fray of elective politics, but that position has changed. He made the disclosure to Hot 7 News on Tuesday. He says he's mulling the idea over, and while the divisiveness of our local politics gives him reason to pause, he is open to putting his name on the ballot. Under the 2011 SLP administration, Dr. James Fletcher was appointed Senator and Minister for the Public Service, Information, Broadcasting, Sustainable Development, Energy, and Science and Technology from 2011 to 2016. Dr. Fletcher never indicated any interest in taking up elective politics. In fact, he was vehemently opposed to the idea. That is, until now. When probed on the matter on Tuesday, he indicated that his position has changed since the last time he was posed the question about intentions to enter elective politics. He remains skeptical but says it's not completely out of the realm of possibility.
I remember a few years ago when I was a minister, I was asked and I would categorically say, no, absolutely not. I would not do it. What I'm doing is the extent of what I intend to do, and I have the greatest respect for my elected colleagues. I still do. I don't know how they were able to balance being a member of parliament and being a minister. It is a very onerous task. Responsibilities are many. So I would not rule it out. It is not something that is right now at the top of my agenda, but it certainly is not locked away in a vault, never to be opened like it was 3 or 4 years ago.
Dr. Fletcher explains that he wants to help lead change in the usual divisive party politics.
There's a limit to how much of a contribution you could make as a senator. There's a limit to... I wouldn't want to go back to do the same thing I was doing before. There are many elements of governance that I think I would like to see changed. There are many things about our politics with which I'm not happy. I think we have become too divided a country. Before, campaigning took place in the year before elections. Now campaigning doesn't stop. Campaigning takes place 24/7. I don't know that that is good for a country of 175,000 people with limited resources, that we are constantly at each other's throats. We're constantly looking for fault in others. That has to change. It's not inspiring to young people. If I were a young person, if I was under the age of 35 and you ask me about politics, I tell you I have absolutely no interest in it, because there's nothing I can see that is inspirational or that would give me reason to believe, yes, this is something that is positive for my country.
The former senator says entering elective politics would mean that he would be better suited to make a contribution to various sectors. However, he is carefully considering the option.
I can't have all these passionate feelings about development and say, okay, I'm going to do it by writing on Facebook. There's only so much you could do writing on Facebook. There's only so much you could do giving interviews. So I think that is what has probably stirred that little fire in me, that maybe I need to do a little bit more. Maybe I need to get a little bit more engaged, a little bit more involved, and put myself in a position where I can influence these decisions much better and much more forcefully than I did in the past. But there's also this big thing tugging me and saying, boy, you really think you want to go in that? You serious? You know, there's a Creole saying that says, "Oni pu dormir pulaye pul salsi pul karofle." I slept in that fowl coop. I know the fowls snore. I know they snore very loudly. Do I really want to go into that fowl coop and snore or live with these fowls, that political fowl coop? I don't know.
Dr. Fletcher, although no longer in public office, has continued to do great work on the issue of climate change and sustainable development, gaining international recognition for his efforts.
Climate change is a very serious...
A successful investment in the north of the island is making a positive impact on the health and wellness of St. Lucians and visiting enthusiasts. The National Insurance Corporation has partnered with several stakeholders to launch the island's first ever outdoor fitness park in Grosley. The official ribbon-cutting ceremony took place on Thursday last week. We have more in this report.
It was an extremely proud occasion for the National Insurance Corporation, as a 4-year-old dream of providing residents free access to a life of fitness was realized with the official opening of the Bossejou Outdoor Fitness Park this past Thursday afternoon. A number of key stakeholders, including government officials, WASCO, the St. Lucia Olympic Committee, and Move Strong functional fitness equipment were all represented at the ribbon-cutting ceremony and watched with great excitement as the first outdoor fitness park was officially opened to the public. According to the director of the NIC, Matthew Maffrey, for many years the NIC has been committed to getting St. Lucians moving towards a healthier and happier lifestyle, as diet and physical inactivity are the leading causes of premature death in our society.
Over the past 5 years, we at the NIC have seen a steady increase in sickness benefit claims, which mirrors the increasing trend in non-communicable diseases. In the year ended 30th of June 2014, the NIC paid a total of 11,996 sickness claims. Most of the claims were from people suffering from diabetes, hypertension, stroke, and heart disease. Non-communicable diseases can largely be prevented by adopting a healthy lifestyle. But to do so requires more than just personal determination. It requires an integrated, multidisciplinary, and sustained approach.
The NIC collaborated with a US-based fitness manufacturing company to decide on a suitable style and durability of equipment for outdoors. President and founder of Move Strong Functional Fitness Equipment, Gerard Cooker, says when he got into the profession many years ago, he saw a need for a style in exercising and equipment that allows users to move more efficiently and bring fun and play back to fitness.
Along the way, we kind of lost the idea of what fitness was. We thought fitness was getting a nice workout attire, taking time to drive to the gym, be on a stationary bike or treadmill for 30 minutes, and then going through a row of machines. And while that does have some good and it plays a role, it's kind of taken away from what fitness is really about. And that is being able to move in multiple directions, to have fun, and to better our life. And it doesn't have to be in a sense of what we perceive of being on a stationary machine.
According to President of the St. Lucia Olympic Committee, Senator Fortuna Belrose, this project may seem simple to many, but it speaks to a much deeper story of hope for the future of sports in St. Lucia.
In 2015, the Olympic Committee in St. Lucia won its first continental gold medal at the Pan American Games, and Laverne Spencer brought that medal home. But when we won that medal, we had to reflect on where we were in sport and what was happening in sport and where our people were. And so upon reflection, we recognized that it was necessary to broaden the base so that we can produce more champions like Laverne. And this little project was born out of that. It was born out of the fact that we needed to have our citizens physically literate.
Grosley MP, the Honorable Leonard Spider-Montoute, helped cut the ribbon that expressed the government's continued support for initiatives that contribute positively to the nation's health and wellness.
For me, as parliamentary representative, this is a welcome development. I note that Grosley is the first community to have this facility, and I want to thank the NIC, the Olympic Committee, and WASCO for making it possible and having chosen Grosley. Of course, we are the foreigners in many things. And so we're going to ensure that we justify that investment that was made here in Grosley.
The National Insurance Corporation Outdoor Fitness Park, located near the Darren Sammy Cricket Stadium in Bossejou, Grosley, is now officially open to the public, free of charge. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solej Alfred.
A CARICOM delegation will meet with the United States Secretary of State Michael Pompeo on Wednesday for talks aimed at reaching a settlement on the ongoing economic and political situation in Venezuela. The CARICOM diplomatic team is led by its chairman and St. Kitts and Nevis Prime Minister, Dr. Timothy Harris, and includes the Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley and the CARICOM Secretary General Owen LaRocque. CARICOM has maintained its position of non-interference in the internal affairs of the South American country, where the opposition leader has declared himself interim president and is leading the effort to remove President Nicolas Maduro from office. While the opposition leader has the backing of the US and several other Western countries, the president, who was sworn in January, is backed by Russia, China, Cuba, and several others. CARICOM has been seeking to play a mediating role in the conflict and said they were concerned that the escalation of the situation is increasing the hardship and suffering of the population and is exacerbated by the imposition of sanctions. In other news, Allgas Organics is a St. Lucian-based biofertilizer company which has been generating tremendous buzz since the company's CEO and young entrepreneur Johan Dujon took the problem of the invasive sargassum seaweed and turned it into an organic fertilizer. Dujon and his budding company have seen much success since he set up shop in 2016. However, the young entrepreneur is determined to expand his horizons and take his product to new markets.
Allgas Organics is a St. Lucian-based biofertilizer company which has been generating tremendous buzz since the company's CEO and young entrepreneur Johan Dujon took the problem of the invasive sargassum seaweed and turned it into an organic fertilizer. Dujon and his budding company has seen much success since setting up shop in 2016. However, the young entrepreneur is determined on expanding his horizons and taking his product to new markets. In keeping with this mindset, Dujon has been attending several trade shows and facilitation workshops, the most recent being the Southern Farm Show in the United States, facilitated by Export St. Lucia.
As part of our expansion plans, we're targeting the U.S. market. That is a broad market comprising of 52 states, and so we had already proceeded to get some trials done in the U.S. market, which came back successful, and consequently we were looking at identifying potential trade shows within that market where we had conducted the trials. And so the objective really and truly of attending this trade show was to build relationships, and potential collaborations, of course, for getting Allgas Organics into the U.S. market.
According to Dujon, the overall objective was a major success, as Allgas was able to meet with a number of potential partners who are keen on taking Allgas's U.S. exploits to the next level. An accomplishment that Dujon believes would not have been possible without the intervention of Export St. Lucia.
Export St. Lucia has been a major help in terms of, we have never approached Export St. Lucia and said, hey, we have this trade show, this thing that may, potentially boost business 10x or whatever it is. For them to tell us, well, whatever it is, they always go out of their way, Mr. Badal and the team, to really assist in fostering the development of an industry, and we are very grateful for that. So it has made the world of a difference. It has given us the opportunity to attend and be part of events that drive growth in the company that ordinarily may have been out of our reach, and so that is really a game changer.
Dujon says there are many plans afoot for Allgas Organics that would translate to tremendous benefits for communities along the East Coast. For Export St. Lucia, Jason Darius reporting.
Thank you, Solange. You're watching the Hot 7 Nightly News. Up next, the sports news with Tennyson Glasgow.